It's just coming up to 3 and I'm now going out to get the children from school on Thursday, our general election day. I look rubbish, probably because I am rubbish. I went to the shop this morning and I bought a whole load of sugary food. And it was planned. It was a binge. I can't really tell you why. I suppose on the back of the fact that yesterday wasn't productive and I did feel quite poorly a few times yesterday. And I don't know. There isn't an excuse. It's just what it is. I felt really awful today. I can't distinguish between Wigs in the den. Penny's here. I can't distinguish between whether it's an illness or sugar, but I've had about 3 hours sleep in my bed this afternoon, which is unheard of. But now I'm going to walk to school. So we're going to walk up the path today because we're going to go into the village hall and say hello to the people that are in there. Who do you think might be in there? Can you guess what's happening today?
Yeah, people involving the general election.
Exactly, people involving the general election. So we're going to go and say hello to them.
Yeah!
Okay, and you're going to see if you can remember what it's all about.
We have to remember.
Who can see if you can remember?
I still can't remember. Well, I might be.
It's all right if you can't remember because you are only 6, but it doesn't mean we don't try.
Are you going to vote?
Well, I have already voted. We sent our votes off by the post.
Okay.
Which we always mean to do, but sometimes we forget. Like last time we had to put them, we had them in an envelope and we forgot to put them in the letterbox, so we brought them here to the hall. Yeah. So I have voted, but by post. Okay. But we can still go in and say hello, because it's important that you all understand what happens. We've been using the other word quite a lot. Dorothy, it says Oling Station. We've been using the other word quite a lot. It begins with a V sound.
Voting.
Voting, that's right. Voting, so it's a place where you vote. And there'll be village halls all over the place, which are polling stations. An Oling Station. Come on then, let's go home.
It said Oling Taylor.
Right, and Dorothy, can you remember why it's so important that when you're a grown-up that you vote?
Yep.
Why?
Because boys, I can't remember.
Because in the olden days, you say then, Albert, but looking at the camera.
In the olden days, boys used to think girls couldn't vote because they weren't good enough.
That's right. And so what did lots and lots of girls all over the country have to do?
Vote!
They had to get angry, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they had to say, now hang on a minute. And actually, because nobody listened, they kept asking and they kept asking and nobody listened and nobody listened. And in the end, they had to get really angry. And that was the only way they could get anybody to listen. And then, so in the end, ladies got the vote. Thanks to those very, very strong women that got angry many, many years ago. So it's very important when you're grown up that you both vote, but particularly if you're a lady. Does that make sense, Dorothy?
Yeah, and some people sometimes think that girls can't fight, but some girls really actually can.
Well, yes, I suppose, but you know, fighting's not the most important thing to worry about, is it? So this would be the terribly uninteresting tree that has fallen down, which I think is still quite cool, but apparently not. Although they seem to be enjoying it today.
I wish there was a real place called the Incredible Edible Ice Cream Shack.
Where did you get that from?
A book called Funny Fingers go on holiday.
The Incredible Edible Ice Cream Shack. That's a wonderful name for a shop. Okay, so let's just establish that today has been a pretty rubbish day. I feel like I have failed in many millions and billions of ways. However, I put the children to bed. I'm on my own tonight. The teenagers are both staying with my mum because they've got different stuff happening. Paul is up in London late, and so I'm here on my own with the little ones, so I've put them to bed. And I've put on my kit, and I have done about 45 minutes worth of inside-y exercise. Nothing too extreme, but enough to get a sweat and get my heart going and feel at least as though I can go to bed at the end of the day feeling proud of something. I should be so glad when tonight is over. I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I suppose on the plus side, the fact that I don't think any of the parties are particularly worth having, and by this I mean political parties, at least it's not going to be some huge horrendous disappointment, because I'm not really sure how I feel about any of them. But being as closely involved in education as I am, I can't bear what the Conservatives are doing to the education system. It just seems so ridiculous. And as a good friend of mine pointed out to me today, tomorrow is a whole clean slate, fresh start. See you then.